What's going on, everyone? Peace and salutations. We will be live with the show in 1 second. All I ask is that you hit that like button when you come into the room. Heritage Hip Hop is live tonight with a special guest. We're waiting for our guest to arrive right now, as a matter of fact. But until he shows up, it doesn't stop the show. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. Make sure you comment the Heritage Hip Hop. And with that being said, you see who's on that picture? We about to go live. I'll see you in a little bit.
Done.
Hey, peace and blessings, everybody. Welcome to Heritage Hip Hop Podcast, the podcast where not only we celebrate hip hop culture from New Jersey around the whole world, we celebrate our heroes, our legends, the people that made this game. It's fantastic for us, not only in the homeland, but for people out there that like real lyrics and real beats and true talent. And tonight, I have somebody, if you're familiar with Jersey hip hop, you're familiar with like the unit, all the way I was known as Flavor Unit, you will know who I'm talking about when I put this certain face to the screen. Let me bring him up.
Yo, what's good?
Peace, what's going on with you? It's a pleasure to meet you.
Man, it's an honor, bro. It's a blessing, man. You know, how's everything going?
Everything's going peaceful. For everybody out there who doesn't know, this man was the talk of the 31 bus. If you know what the 31 bus is, you know this man. If you know anything about riding up and down Bloomfield Ave, talking about the ciphers that happened in downtown Newark and people who was looking at people getting into the game and making noise, you know this gentleman's face. Please introduce yourself to the people tonight.
Hey, man, it's Rowdy, formerly known as Rowdy Rise, but forever Rowdy Rise, now known as Rowdy Kiiing, man. I had to evolve into the king that I am today, man. So it's a blessing, man. Pleasure to be on, bro. Hey, first it was the 31 bus, and then the 94, man, going to Bloomfield Tech.
Hey, we ain't even get there yet. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there because I want to celebrate your career, but see, I'm not like most hip hop shows. I don't like to go from the beginning to the end. With you, because I respect your craft, I want to start from the middle and work around.
Yeah. Let's do it.
So, and doing my research on you, not only in the industry, I wanted to know if the rumors of who you are is true. Is it true you was in the world famous cipher in Bloomfield on Bloomfield Avenue?
Well, what artist? What artist?
I don't know the artist. People was like, ask him about the cipher in Bloomfield Avenue. I'm asking people for questions about you because I want to paint the picture that you were the people's champion, not just the industry artist.
Man, I had some of the craziest ciphers, man. Like just thinking back from ciphering with Haas the Ripper, ciphering with some of the top Jersey elites, man. You know what I mean? My dog Hussein Fatal.
Rest in peace.
You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. A little bit of everybody, man. You know, if you're from Jersey, you know the spitters, man. From the outsiders to everybody, there's been some spitters in Jersey, man. So, man, I've been through so many ciphers, man. We used to drive. It was to the point we used to drive around and we see people rapping. We hop out on the corner and go at it with them. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Crazy Scully. He was one of them. Doughboy was one of them. So, Yeah, you know.
That's the story of New Jersey hip hop. Is New Jersey hip hop, the real spitters were like, if y'all familiar with Street Fighter, you knew Ryu. He always pack his bag and walk around to find the strongest fighters. That's what New Jersey hip hop, especially in Essex County, was built upon. It wasn't just I'm nice. It was I'm nice, you nice. Let's see how nice you are and let's spar.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
And it ain't even no beef. Ain't no beef or none of that. We ain't trying to take each other head off. But when we battle, when we on that battleground, it's no holds barred. When we finish, everything back to normal, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna dap each other up. Everybody make it home safe, enjoy your life. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna collab together and shit like that.
So when I say start from the middle, I want to start from your technique. New Jersey is known for lyricism.
Yeah.
But one thing New Jersey is not known for is the flow assist. The people can get on a track and bend it, not just rhyme, but they'll ride that beat and make that beat contort to their skill set. And you were one of the kings of that. How did you perfect your flow to the point where not only you could rhyme, but you could bend the beat to your will so it becomes a song, not just you rhyming on a beat?
So I think it was more so like, you know what I mean, being young, right? And I wanted to rap bad as hell. My cousins rap, homies rapped around me. Nobody would teach me how to rap. And I just loved it. So I learned how to do the beatbox with the mouth. And I used to do a 4-minute session recording on a tape deck, record the beat with my mouth, and then let other dudes rap over it. You know what I'm saying? While I wanted to rap on another radio. So we'll play on one radio and have another radio, press and record. And that's how we used to record songs back in the day, man. So it started like that. And then I'm like, yo, bro, I got to do this shit. So I started begging my cousin and them. They wouldn't teach me. So I started writing down all of Tretch from Naughty by Nature lyrics. I got a little bit of Black Moon from Buckshot Shorty. And then the Method Man when he, Wu-Tang dropped. So any style I wanted to learn, I would write their lyrics down and change their words out. And I'll perfect their style. So if I wanted to go fast like Tretch, if I wanted to do the Bone Thugs and Harmony, I'd be pausing the shit out of their shit, learning their lyrics and shit. See, now they got it easy. They could go look at a lyric video. Mm-hmm. I ain't had that back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I had to do it my way, pull out, just switch their words, man. And then I'll go in and just practice hard as hell and learn how to do it, man. It was to a point where I could actually go in and mimic exactly what they were doing.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that highly because doing research and reading about you, those 3 components that you brought up, I really wanted to ask you about that. See, when Black Moon first came out, Buckshot was the king at one time.
That was my dog, yo.
And I mean, when you listen to Into the Stage, which is considered a cult classic hip hop album, that was the dancer and backpack rappers anthem album because it gave them, it was like for them what Kick Push was for Lupe Fiasco and the Skateboarders. It was their entry into being taken serious. Then you had Method Man. Method Man's voice and lyrical content is so pivotal in hip hop that, once again, another flow assist, but his lyrical content is deadly on every level.
Yep. And sometimes some people slept on Meth Man because he was so, like, you know what I mean? He was real witty with his lyrics, but you wouldn't catch it because he was doing the flow. You know what I'm saying? He was working on his flows and shit. So, and then his videos were so entertaining that, you know what I mean? You probably would miss some of it, but if you go back and hear it, you're like, oh shit, he said that, bro. Meth was dope, and then how he just stopped and pivot and go right to something else was crazy. It was only like a couple people that could do that type flow like that, man, and Biggie was one of those.
But also from you, I catch something pivotal. See, the reason why somebody wanted me to bring up that Bloomfield Avenue story with you is because from 96 to about 99, people was really big on Reasonable Doubt. And Jay-Z's influence with rhyming was very hard right there in that area. And they said you were a person who not only put your own style together, but you were slick with it as well. And it kind of reminded them of that. Do you want to speak on that for a second?
Man, listen, because from that era that you speak of, That 90 from that, what was it? You said 96 to what you
like 99 around them times.
Bro,
Yeah.
man, listen, I didn't let go of the Reasonable Doubt tape. That's all. I had that in my tape deck. That every ride going and back on the 94, the Bloomfield Tech. Bro, I'm talking about crazy, bro.
Shout out to Bloomfield Tech for y'all
Yeah,
don't know.
shout out to Jay-Z, man, for dropping that joint, man, because that's not where I get the wittiness from, but it was a part of it. It showed me how to still, you know what I'm saying, come off, you know what I mean, little hard. You can still be, you know what I'm saying, you ain't gotta be no shoot 'em up gangster, but you still could, you know, throw your wittiness in there, get your point across, and still talk your shit, but still be fly with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's you know, courtesy of Jay-Z, man, help that out. He has an influence on that.
I could tell that he had helped and shaped some of your sound, because my favorite song on Reasonable Doubt's Politics as Usual. And sometimes when you flow, you hit that pocket where, like I said, that beat's going up and down, and it seems like you just right on top of that beat, like you wave surfing on it. Like, you know how to manipulate the sound to the point where your voice adds to the beat, and the beat brings your lyrics up instead of you be just rhyming on it. You know what I'm
saying? Because your voice pretty much is, you know what I mean? I ain't have like that Ja Rule DMX voice, man. So you had to use your voice as an instrument other ways. You know what I'm saying? It ain't have to be that ruggedness. You know what I'm saying? I just learned how to control it and make it match whatever beat that I was on. You know what I mean?
So let's talk about that, because most people want to be remembered as. Some people want to be looked on as. What do you want to be? What do you want to be looked at when it comes? How do you want to be looked? Sorry, when it comes to not only lyrical delivery, but the ability to create a song and not just rhyme, because you like to do songs. I see.
Yeah. So I mean, when I first, you know why? Because when I first started, I was just writing verses that could probably go with any song. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they was, when I got the deal, they signed me because they liked that. But then when I got the deal, they didn't like that no more. They like, yo, you got to do songs. You got to do songs. So it got to a point where I just stopped doing this freestyle verses, the little, you know, the verses. Man, I just start writing songs, man. And I got into song mode and couldn't stop. And I still, to this day now, I just be on song mode. I don't even really write like a lot of the freestyle verses anymore. I just go. I don't even really write a lot of this stuff no more. It ain't to say that I don't write, period. It's just that so much experience done happened from back then to now, man. It's like going off the head. It's like easy now, because all I'm doing is talk about my experience of what I already done, you know what I'm saying, in the past, and learning new words that to match, you know what I'm saying? So now I just go in the booth and I'll mumble the song first before even putting words to it. And then I'll go back and put in words that I missed or whatever, so, you know what I'm saying? So that's just a new technique that I learned, man, which is cool too, because it kind of help you with your delivery, because if you write it, sometimes you can't deliver it the way that if you just did it off the head, it'll come way different than where you sat down and actually thought about it. So yeah.
I can appreciate that, because when 50 was getting big, right? He had the New York niggas is rowdy nigga, right? I heard your voice on that song like a remix or something, right?
Yes, sir.
And 50 is known for taking a flow and turning it into a song. And I think that's one of your strong points, because when we heard you on that version of it, it was like, look, he took the Jersey part and just ran on it.
Word up.
A real artist knows how to create art. And even when another person has a paintbrush, they know how to separate their art, but make a beautiful portrait with the assistance of somebody as well. What makes you so dangerous when it comes to your art?
Man, you know what? I don't even try to be different. I just go with what I feel. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't even that I'm out there like, yeah, I'm about to be different from them. I'm about to be different from them. I just know that whatever way the beat make me feel, and most of the times they change every 4 bars to be the switch. So I'm like, all right, cool. What haven't I done yet? All right, well, let me do that flow. All right, well, let me try this, because it's either I'm going to match 808, I'm going to match hi-hat, I'm going to match some part in a melody with a different instrument, and I mean, and then bring it all together. So that's how I'm able to just jump on to different pieces of the beat and kind of, wield it a little, so to speak.
You are. To me, I wouldn't call you a rapper. That's why I called you an artist. You are more of a marksman because the way you come up with your hooks and the way you come up with your flow is very determined. Like I said, I could tell your paintbrush is very, very veteran, it's very mastered. It's not something that comes with just raw talent. I could tell that you've been crafted into the master position, not somebody who just has talent, just does what they want. Who do you attribute to the masters who help you craft your skill set?
Man, I pretty much named them, man. Method Man,
Mhm.
Biggie, who else? Jay-Z, of course, Black Moon. Those like 4, yeah. That's my 4 right there, man.
Yeah,
Biggie,
we cutting
them
up a
dudes
little bit.
was animals, man, when it came to like their craft, bro. And they had their styles that was unmatched.
Okay. We cutting up a little bit.
You heard me?
Yeah. We're gonna continue though, because I got that the 4 MCs,
Can you
including
hear me?
Biggie, rest in peace. Can you hear
Yep.
me?
Yep.
We good. Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
I can hear you.
all right. So let's go back to now. Let's go from the middle back to the past. I want to tell you a story. There was a time. Shout out to my man Jarnell. We call him Simply Put. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. I want to tell you about a time where when I used to be around Newark real heavy in my youth and stuff, there was 3 places that talked about you the most. South Orange Avenue talked about you the most. Down by the high school, Ashland, St. Rocco's area. Velsburg talked about you. And like I said, that 31 bus talked about you. And when your picture was on the Takeover CD, people celebrated. That's when people knew that not only is this real, but people could see a hometown hero get his belt and his stripes. Shout out to Ivy Hill. He just put in Ivy Hill. So I'm saying.
Right.
So when we saw you and people was like, yo, Rowdy, yo, da da da, it was like now people got to experience the new wave of something to come from the music. What did that mean to you to see yourself put in that position and to have them CDs with your face on it in stores?
Huge, man. Like, just, you know what I mean? Just the struggle, every artist go through trying to become, I mean, that celebrity or that star, and use talent to become something, more, and be able to show your team that it can be done. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was huge, man, when I just, not even just being on those projects, you know what I mean? But just the first time ever meeting Queen Latifah, ever being in the studio, writing a verse or a song for her, doing songs with, like, you know what I mean, Method Man and Live, you know what I'm saying? Or Naughty by Nature. Just to be like a kid, you know what I mean? They used to beg people to help them write and rap, to becoming somebody that actually made it past that, to that level. You know what I'm saying? That was huge, you know what I'm saying, for me. And then to be able to have, people, younger people, look up and be like, wow, I could do it. If he did it, I could do it. He rode the same bus as me, went to the same school as me, played basketball, took the same L's as me. You know what I'm saying? So, and the crazy part about it is I got a nephew named Friday Night who, like, this dude was 1 year, he was 1 year old, right? I used to sit him on my lap when I got my deal, and I used to write my songs, and he used to just be dialed in. Dialed in. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm writing, I'm like, yo, dude, this dude ain't, I'm saying, he ain't crying, he's just locked in, like he know what's going on. To see him now, then, like, probably a couple years later, he used to see me on Apollo or any one of the TV shows and start crying because he wanted to be there, right? So now to this dude is 24 years old, man. He's one of the best lyricists out right now, bro. This dude is crazy. So I can't wait to get him up here too, man. Because just to see that, you know what I'm saying, and see it live in action, you know what I'm saying? Some people that's probably got a story that I don't really know about, but to see it, you know what I'm saying, in real life, man, is incredible. So I'm super proud of him. The dude got about 30 albums. You know what I'm saying? He already surpassed me with albums, man, but the dude's crazy. So
That's
That was
dope.
good.
Salute to you. Yeah, you always welcome to come on Heritage Hip Hop and tell your story. You were a part of the unit. Well, everybody don't know the Flavor Unit. That's Queen Latifah, Mark 45 King, Shakim, that movement. And after Roll with the Flavor, right? The Flavor Unit was established as a force in hip hop. And when we got to see you with Queen Latifah, it was like people were waiting for the rush. You know what I'm saying? We even had the song with Fate. Fate, shout
Yep.
out to Fate. We had the song with them, and it was like we were waiting and waiting, but it seemed like something kind of went off. Because even from the takeover to the hater song was
Yep.
100% hater proof. From that
Yep.
song, it was like you were there starting the songs off. You were there lending your talent. I even remember, yo, hold up. Let me do some history. I remember an NFL show where you had a Dante Culpepper jersey on. He was rocking. And we was all like, yo, it's that time. It's that time. And it seems like something skipped the beat at that time. Is there anything you want to touch on from that era?
And what I can touch on from that, I think we were in a place where Flavor Unit was transitioning. You know what I'm saying? They were going from heavy on music, and Latifah saw success in movies, and their focus started going, you know what, we're going to work towards using these record labels to get this bag to use for our production movies, movie production. So I think we got caught up in that. You know what I'm saying? And not to throw no shade on them. Like that's business. It's just a business move. You know what I'm saying? I get it now. You know what I'm saying? You never use your own money to invest in some other stuff. You use other people's money, right? So I think
Mm-hmm.
that's what it was. They put us in a position to get a little fame. Do I think they could have put more marketing behind us? Of course. But I felt like, as an artist, when you get the upfront money, you got to use that money to market yourself. That money is
Mm.
not really yours to go take care of your family, take care of your boys, all of that stuff. And I think that's where a lot of artists get caught up. I know I got caught up in it, you know what I'm saying? Thinking that money was mine, you know what I'm saying? Like, Mom, what up? What you want to do? You want to get a house? Going to my folks, hey, man, here, you take something, you know what I'm saying? Peeling off like that. I don't think that was the way to do it. I think it would have been better if I just built my own studio, gave my homies a job, you know what I'm saying, that we can make money or they can make money from, you know what I'm saying? Um, and then use that money to, like how 50 Cent did, flood the street with mixtapes to build that demand. You know what I'm saying? If I would have did that and really built that demand out there, I mean, of course Latifah and them would have backed me. They would have went crazy. You know what I'm saying? But being as though like that didn't happen, I kind of feel like they kind of stepped back from all the artists and was like, yo, you know what? This movie thing is successful. And it got to a point at one time where it was like, man, look, man, we ain't even messing with music no more. It's all movies.
Mm.
And I'm like, yo, so where the hell do I stand? Like, I'm still on the label. You know what I'm saying? But I thank them for even, you know what I mean, still keeping me along, letting me jump in the beauty shop movie and then, giving me a check every week. So that was cool, you know what I'm saying? Because the other artists didn't get that.
I will say though that see, I'm kind of taken aback from that because when you're younger in the business, you don't really know the business, you
Yeah,
know.
yo, man.
And unfortunately, you gotta take a loss to learn a lesson to get better at something. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
That's how
sir.
life is. Life is about a stages of fives. From 0 to 5, you enter the world. From 5 to 10, you notice the world. From 10 to 15, you want to know where's your place in the world. That's like peer pressure. And then 15 to 20, you break the peer pressure because now you're starting to find your own. And it's like that in anything. And when we just first start out anything, we're more trusting because this is a brand new world for us. The thing about being an artist is people will take your world and crush it into theirs, not not taking into account that there's a person with a dream inside that world. You
Oh,
know what I
yeah.
mean?
It's just business. They don't care about that.
And business is the number one thing that made Christ get killed in the Bible and cause problems in people's lives from the door. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
to be honest with you, I'm glad you survived all of that to be able to tell your story because one thing about New Jersey, when you're here in our eyes, you're always here. There's rarely anybody that could do something that makes us all forget about the people that we respect. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And one thing I'm gonna tell you is this: when you make a good song, can't nobody doubt the fact that you could go anywhere, move a crowd, and make a name for yourself. The song that you have, Wrist Heavy, that's one of those songs that I believe, no matter where you are, if you put that song on, you're gonna have a very ugly situation in the party because people gonna sweat, people gonna bob their heads, and you're gonna have a good time with that song. Tell me about Wrist Heavy and how that came about.
Oh man, you know what I'm saying? Let me just go on a little light flex real quick, you know what I'm saying? Keep the wrist heavy. It all just happened. Cause I like watches, man. So I like watches, I like diamonds. And I try to keep my wrist heavy. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, you know what I'm saying? So and you know what? It's not even about the price to me, right? You know what I'm saying? Because it is about the price, but it's like, let's say someone can't afford like a $20,000 watch, a $10,000 watch. Whatever you
Mhm.
could afford, that's probably a little bit above you, you know what I'm saying, above your means, but you can still get it and it won't affect your pockets too bad. You can bounce back from it. Man, your wrist still feel a little bit heavy, man. Be proud of it, man. If it's only 250, if it's 150, I mean, 500, 1,000. Hey, man, your wrist heavier than somebody's out there. So wear it like it's heavier than another, bro. So, you know what I mean?
But the swag of having a heavy wrist also comes with the swag of being able to go into different lanes. Because a watch is the symbol of a businessman. Because a businessman is ordered by time, and he uses his time to put his steps into different lanes and different arenas. You don't only do music, you've done television, but you do other things as well. Tell the people about how you use your artist mind to go into different avenues of success, doing different things.
Man, I'm glad you said that, man. Because look, right now at this moment, right, I got my cast members waiting on me. You know what I'm saying? And they listening right here. So I got Just Right. What's goody? You know what I'm saying? We at the Writers Block Podcast Studio. You know what I'm saying? And we're about to go live in just a second. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? So this is one of the ways. You know what I mean? I use my time. Different Nation, the clothing line is mine. So differentnation.com. Writing music, of course. And man, I still got a corporate job, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Mhm.
not even afraid to say it because being an artist, being a businessman, a creator, you need that income. You need that income to be able to invest into all of your crafts, whichever one isn't making the bag. You can eventually get a bag from it, but until that happens, instead of going out and asking for people money, going out taking loans, you know what I'm saying? Get something, get your foundation together, and then invest back into yourself. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
So
jewel. But now you've got to the point of the conversation, and this is the part of Heritage Hip Hop when we say let's build. I want to build with you on what it means to be different. Because some people say being different is going against the grain to make your own lane, but also being different means being enlightened and following a path to not only bring yourself higher, but to raise the bar. How does the Rowdy Kiiing raise the bar so when others look at him, not only do they hear his music, but they see his steps and know that his journey is bigger than music?
So let me break down. So exactly what I just kind of put on, right? So like not just saying I'm gonna be different or better than nobody, right? Because we all are unique. You know what I'm saying? We all have our own what backgrounds, everything flaws or whatever that we probably looked at as flaws, at one point, and it wasn't until we embraced it. You know what I mean? And then showcased it, and everybody was like, "Oh, that's different." You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I don't just think I'm different from people. You know what I'm saying? Mine is just more so like I feel like being able to be upfront, honest about I'm working a corporate job. I ain't saying I'm this tough dude trying to be like, I got guns. Yeah, I still got guns. Yeah, I still got the juice and all that. Yeah, I still take your head off. But I'm okay with still working a job or a career. I'm not gonna call it a job because you know what I'm saying. Having a career, 12. I just made 12 years. You know what I'm saying. So and then still not looking at myself like, oh man, yo, bro, because I got some friends that look at me and be like, man, why you working, bro? You don't supposed to work no job. You don't supposed to do this. I'm like, bro, I don't watch y'all fall trying to keep up with the Joneses and struggle day to day, week to week, lose your places and all that stuff, man. And you know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, bro, if you just had a job, you'd have been all right. You'd have had something to fall back on. But you know what I'm saying? So from different from me is, man, just being unique, being yourself, being. So I got three. A little saying for this: be you, be bold, be you, be different. You know what I'm saying? And you got to embrace, then showcase you're different to everybody. You know what I'm saying? But first and foremost, before you could even become different, you got to embrace it and know that you're different. You know what I'm saying? But not better than nobody, because you got to stay grounded. You know what I'm saying? And humble yourself, because just because you're different don't mean you're better than nobody.
And I respect that, because in today's society, people are so hell bent on not being different that they follow the trend. Everybody's in their phones. People are over sexualized, over sexually induced. People are letting foreign substances guide their vision and their way of living, to the point where even the things that made hip hop special to us as expression, it became such a commodity that we're not fully engaged on how dope it is to be able to speak, be heard, and for people to listen to you. As engaging as you are as an artist and as a man, what is more important to you, for somebody to hear you or for somebody to listen to you, and why?
Mine is listening, because you can hear somebody, but don't mean you gonna grasp it. You gonna, you know what I'm saying? You gonna retain it. You gonna comprehend it. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather you actively listen. You know what I'm saying? So that you can comprehend what I'm saying and we can get somewhere. You know what I mean? And we could possibly grow. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people just hear you. But yeah, I hear you. But yeah, but do you feel me though? You know what I'm saying? Are you listening? You feel me? So
From your first single, I'm sorry, from your first single to even Don't Make No Sense, right? There's a maturity that comes in your rhymes, because when you first come out in hip hop, you got to be the guy who says he's the best of the best. But then as you mature in hip hop, not only can you flex being the best by not talking about yourself, you can flex being the best by painting a scenario and making a world around your music. What was the most important rhyme you think you said, and how did it affect your life?
man, it's so many. It's so many. I ain't even gonna lie. I It's to the point where I don't even. I just told you I don't really like write them down a lot. Normally I have about 20, 30 verses at the top of the brain, ready to go off, go crazy. I can't even remember these songs no more, because I write them in the car while I'm driving. While I'm getting to my destination, I'm probably finished with the song and I just need to go lay it down. You know what I'm saying? Or I come up with at least the shell of it, the hook.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Um, I can't. I don't remember a lot of these, but I got one that's off of a song called "Been Down by Law," and you
Mm.
don't have that record, but you gotta hear that. I said, what I say? I'm so into me. Hold on. I said, I'm so into me. I might try to take myself out. All these enemies, I ain't gotta hate myself now. Pops died, moms died, bro died. In the end, it's just me, no tribe. You know what I'm saying? So the double entendres on, like, you know what I'm saying, the lyrics. But if you broke those down, you'd be like, oh shit, enemy, into me. You know what I'm saying? Like you're kind of like, you're here. So that's one of my lyrics. I'm like, yo, that one right there. I like where I went with that song right there. So yeah, it's called "Been Down by Law."
Salute to you. Because you also had a song that was dedicated to your pops, correct?
Did Pot Up with Jaheim.
Mm-hmm.
I did
Mm-hmm.
one with Jaheim and another group too. It's a remix.
And that's what I mean when I say being different, because everybody talks about their pain, but people don't talk about the elevation from pain like you did in those songs. Everybody want to cry. I'm fucked up. Somebody hurt me. I gotta take pills and all the other stuff. I'm not saying everybody do it, but the measure of a man is not how many times he falls, it's how he gets up. And Rocky, he said in life, is not how many times you hit someone, it's how many times you get hit, is keep moving forward. In any given Sunday, he talked about getting that next inch to go towards the goal. What do you think is the most successful goal you've made in your life to this point?
Man, start becoming a businessman. Because when you come into the business, you just want to rap. As an artist, you just want to be a rapper and just be out there, be doing shows and feel like you're gonna get all this money. But I think, you know what I mean, when you hit that switch to businessman, that's the most important move because now you start to move more strategic and you know what I mean, it's not just I'm rapping. You're like, all right, cool. I want to rap, but let's get business straight first before we rap. You know what I'm saying? And being able to disconnect, you know what I mean, divide those two, man. I think that's where um, I noticed that I become a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? When I got
I,
my business hat on.
I respect you because the one lesson I learned the hard way in life is that as a man, there's no such thing as a businessman. A businessman is a title you give yourself for when you conduct business, but life is always business. You know what
Always,
I'm saying? Am I lying or am I telling the truth? What do you think?
always, man. Shit, everything in life is damn near business, man. Like the whole, hey, man. Look, yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
there's people that's about their business, and that's people about being in your business.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And one thing I can tell you, like I said in Jersey, we don't talk low about the people we have on the pedestal in some type of way. I personally, from being from Jersey, I represent Jersey hip hop from the door, from its heartaches I have with it, from the heartbreaks I've had with it, to my joys and my goals. You know what I'm saying? One of my
Yep.
favorite memories is seeing Uptown Anthem, and me being a Redman fan, I wanted to see Red and Tretch get together and do a song at the height of their thing, and it never happened.
Hey,
You see what I'm
so
saying?
look, you know what's crazy? I just saw Tretch
Mhm.
the other day, man, at the play. But the craziest part about what you just said is I just did. I ain't finished the whole thing. I can't play it yet.
Okay.
But that song you just mentioned,
Hmm.
I had somebody remake it. The
Uh-oh.
beat. Oh man, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I I can't wait to premiere that up here. Y'all
Well,
gonna go crazy off that one.
that's one of our ones. Like I said, Uptown Anthem that's Jersey right there, you know?
Right.
And in the midst of time, the thing that hurts me about New Jersey is when people refer to New Jersey hip hop, they always stay stuck in the 90s and don't go past 2002, maybe.
Yeah.
It seems like there's so many names that's missing. We have you, we have Drift, we have the old 50 Boys. There's
Yep.
new people coming up like
We had James Gotti, Apostles, man. It was so many people, man.
exactly. And I mean, shout out to the Desert Set and all them.
Oh, that just said
So
was crazy.
it's so many people in our history that if you really went through New Jersey, not only would you find hidden gems, you would find landmarks that created the hip hop that people like today. Like when Raekwon said Wu-Tang was studying New Jersey to get their shit done.
Yep.
It tells you a lot about the fabric of who we are. So O Solo name got thrown out. Shout out to O Solo all the
Man, that's
time.
my guy, man. Hey, look, he know, man. Oh, Solo, he tell him he better pop up. If he on here, he got to pop up on the writer's block too. I see him in a minute. You
All
know what
right.
I'm saying?
So when we have those stories, the last part of this Let's Build session of this part of the interview, I want to ask you is about this.
Yeah.
What is New Jersey hip hop to you? And what is the game missing without acknowledging New Jersey's contributions to hip hop?
I mean, I'm built. My whole DNA is off New Jersey hip hop. I remember 20 years ago, I was telling one of my folks. Now I would say not even a whole 20, but yeah, 20, about 18 years ago. I'm telling my folks, yo, whoever does the Jersey club songs over and rap to them, gonna be out of here. So I started asking producers, yo, do like this for me. Like this. I was like asking them to do all these records. This was 18 years ago. Nobody could like do it the right way, man. I'm like, nah, that's not it. Nah, that's not it. And now that these kids is doing this now, bro, and one of my nephews is one of like the head kids that's out there doing it, it feels amazing. So Jersey hip hop to me is everything because we was always lyrical, but then we can jump into the club as well and have fun. It ain't all about just being tough because most of the people that used to rap knew how to dance back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So it's that. But what is missing, man, is the togetherness, man. Like Red. never having a song with Naughty by Nature is crazy. Like that's nuts. Like Tretch and them not having nothing with Whitney when she was out. It's nuts, man. Like, what's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's too many people that was from Jersey or from Jersey that blew up, man. And sometimes you don't even know they from Jersey, man. So hopefully I hope Michael B. Jordan come back and shoot a lot of movies in Jersey, get a lot of people that's involved, from Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully throw us in a movie, you know what I'm saying? That too.
Of course.
But yeah, just from a music standpoint, man, all of us still to this day, if you still doing music, man, come together, man. Let's put it together. We all got different fan base now, you know what I'm saying? Different resources that we can help catapult this thing, you know what I'm saying? Don't just think, oh, it's mine, I got it, let me run with it. Nah, you do better when, like, I look at it as the Gucci method, man. Like Gucci, man, Gucci don't put every rapper in the South on. Almost every new rapper, man, they came through Gucci, bro.
That's
at some point. So
yeah,
I think more people need to look like that, man, or look at it like that.
Well, salute to everybody paying attention. To make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to heritagehiphop.com. Subscribe to heritagehiphop.com and Heritage Hip Hop on YouTube for more. This is great content. I got a legend on here, and we're going to finish up this interview with a bang. So make sure you pay attention because that was the Let's Build segment. Let's finish up. Now, coming full circle, like I said, from the middle to the beginning. Now we round out right here. Tell me about Low Key Entertainment Group and the new projects that you're working on and where you're taking your business today.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've been working with Low Key for a long time, man. So like towards the end of the whole Flavor Unit era, Low Key, man, shout out to Kareem. You know what I mean, even you know me doing his thing for a long time, man, from the club promotions, having me performing everywhere, you know what I'm saying? I say one thing, Reem is thorough, man. He gonna have you everywhere, call you every like an alarm clock to make sure you're there all the time and getting it done, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to him for that, man. That brother's amazing. But yeah, man, we working on some new projects. I know I had two joints on his Smoke and Mirrors project. Now this project, we got a single out right now called Now. So everybody go listen to it now because the beat's crazy, the flow is retarded. Yeah, and produced by Buff Billions from Jersey. So he's Beat Bank Buff Billions. Yeah, man, it's an honor that I'm saying, like 20 years later, man, to still be working with Kareem and Low Key Entertainment, man, Low Key Music Group. They've been doing their thing for a minute, man, and it's only up from here, man. I got a few more projects. Shout out King of Kings Entertainment as well. That's a label I created with my partner, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, man.
Shout out to you, bro. Working. Look, you know what you could do for me? If you could do anything for me,
what's happening?
Have a goddamn party, celebrate your 20 years like everybody else do, and just invite me there. Let me bring my cameras and
let's do it. Hey, look. What's crazy is I'm having a party. You know, my birthday was just yesterday.
Oh, salute. Happy belated.
I had a little gathering or whatever, but now, you know what I'm saying? I think this weekend coming up when I get back from Turks and Caicos, I'm probably lighted up at the house, man. Let people come jump in the pool, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, let's get it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, every season.
You did.
But that's what I mean. Cause listen, people are celebrating these albums. I know why they celebrate them. Because after 25 years, the artist's rights get turned over. So they celebrate their album, the 25th anniversary, so you can rebuy them and then they get the royalties and everything from it, which is smart. Great marketing. Fuck all that though. When you had 20 years into anything, you went from a boy to a man. You need to celebrate that. Especially when we have people who are doing music who are not even living past the third year in their career. Yeah. I applaud you, and I ask that you do that because a king never loses his crown. He always gives it up. And I never took you for a person who's going to give up on himself or his crown. So please, can you do that for me? I'm asking.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna make me and Reem gonna sit down. We're gonna talk about it because you know he the king of the parties, and we're gonna do it in Jersey. We're gonna do it in Jersey, man. We might as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And plus the new single now is look, everybody out there who like good music, this is not for you. This is great music. So those who like great music, make sure you buy the music. Heritage Hip Hop does not believe in streaming because guess what? The way this world is going, if the internet went down, you wouldn't have your song. Stop renting your music. Buy the music, and now is the shit. Make sure you go get that. You agree?
Let's do. Hey, I 100% agree. Stop renting music. Stop leasing it. Buy
That's
it.
right.
Keep it in your phone. Save it in your one of your what is it? Your folder, your file
Put it in
section.
your hard drive, something. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
But
as a matter of fact, after we out of here, y'all make sure y'all go stream it now. You dig?
And buy it. You know what I'm saying?
Stream and buy it.
I want to end this interview off with a celebration because we take hip hop for granted. Hip hop is God's gift to us. It wasn't called hip hop until 1973, but the thing that we're doing, we showed in rock and roll, R&B, jazz, the blues. Even if you read the written word of the Quran or the Bible, it talked about how the kings danced until their clothes came off, or people held their voices, and when they finally spoke the words of God, how the walls came tumbling down, or the voices was moving like mighty waters against a crowd. The MC has always been pivotal in the benchmark of Black history and Black culture. For you to take the microphone and not only make people bob their heads, but start to write and study, that makes you a marksman, a professor, and a scholar in our culture. So first, before I ask my question, I want to say thank you and salute to you for that. All right?
Appreciate it.
Now, the question I have for you is, for people who understand that, and for you, now that I've told you, what is the responsibility of an artist to always give the people something true from their own hearts and to also inspire the next generation, in your opinion?
I mean, that's huge, man. That's so when you start as an artist, you don't think about that. You know what I'm saying? But as you develop, you know what I mean, into professional with it, you know what I'm saying? You start to look at what your music, because the power of the tongue is incredible, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get to a point where you got to look back like, all right, you know what? I got to this point, so now it's a bigger purpose. All right, let me do something. Even, you know what I'm saying? Still talk your shit. You know what I mean? I'm not going to tell you stay talk, you know, what you do. But you got to have some motivational music. You got to have some uplifting music, some music to, you know what I mean, help people out of the depression, get people back into a business mind. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like where Jay-Z came from with it. You know what I'm saying? He went from the hustler, you know what I mean, until the mogul that he is right now. And then he started trying to teach you, buy back the block. You know what I'm saying? Trying to teach you this, like, I did it. You don't have to do that. Jay-Z did that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the way you got to give back to the youth. But some people, it's sad that a lot of people won't embrace it because they want you to still be the same as back then. You know what I'm saying? Not understanding that you evolve. But again, you just got to keep trying. You can't stop. And that's one thing I got upset at Jigga for, you know what I'm saying? Because just because people ain't embrace you, man, don't retire, don't quit, don't give up, keep dropping it. Because there's some of us that want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta go a million, you ain't gotta go platinum or triple platinum every time. Drop it for the people that's rocking with you. Keep it going. You know what I'm saying? If it's still in your heart and you love it, man, keep doing, keep pushing it, no matter what people are saying out there. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for everybody.
I love that you said that because Jay-Z, Method Man, just to name those two, Nas, 3, and not to just keep it East Coast, everybody, but that's where I'm leaning right now.
Yeah.
Those are the examples we have of hip hop in our years aging gracefully and still being high level creators.
Yeah.
Why do you think people are scared to create and give rather than just live and fall back when it comes to this culture, in your opinion?
I don't know, man. Look, I have no idea, man, what's going on with these people, man. I guess they get discouraged by numbers. Like right now, if you ain't, you know what I mean? And especially, it's crazy now with the whole social media, all these comments that people are saying. I'm glad as hell my vision ain't all the way like as it used to be, you know what I'm saying, when I was younger, you know what I'm saying, and I need glasses to read a little bit, you know what I mean, some of this shit, because I don't look at it, I don't look at most of the comments anyway, you know what I'm saying, I'll just let them shits fly, and then whatever I stick on, you know what I'm saying, hopefully it's positive. If not, I'm funny as hell, I got a sense of humor, so I'm gonna laugh at some of it, because there's probably some truth in some of that shit, and then, you know, it's a lot of jokes and a lot of it too, so I just have fun back with people, and, you know, just clap back at them, you know what I'm saying, but it's some people that can't, they super sensitive. about all that shit, man. But I'm like, man, just have fun with this shit, man. Don't be taking it so serious. If you still got love for music, the art, all that shit, man, put your music out and let the world enjoy it, man. Because there's people out there that want to hear you.
That's a fact. So before we get out of here, everybody, this is Forever Heritage Hip Hop talking to the Rowdy Kiiing himself. Give him your social media and tell him how to get your music and what you have out right now.
Hey, all platforms. Actually, you can get the music with 2 different names. It's still legendary Rowdy Rise. That's Rowdy, Rowdy, Rise, Rahz. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna change. That's what most of the music is. But now I evolved into Rowdy Kiiing, and King with the 3 eyes. So y'all can find me everywhere. Follow me, log on, check me out. We also got the Writer's Block app, which I'm in the Writer's Block podcast studio right now, and we built the app for artists. So any artist that want to challenge, like this is not a battling app, right? But it's a challenge app. We put you up to the test, right? We give you 24 hours to create a hit song to a beat you only heard a couple seconds of, like 15 seconds. But you're not challenging the clock, you're challenging another artist with the same beat, and y'all all got 24 hours. Each got 24 hours to come up with the hit. And then the voters go and vote for you. And as they vote, the producer and that artist gets paid. So it's super cool. But if you can't do it in 24 hours, you, my friend, caught Writer's Block. So if you can, you know what I'm saying? If you up for the challenge, make sure y'all log in. Y'all check us out. We Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. We got the podcast going. And you know what I mean? We got the app going on iOS, not currently on Android. But it's a ton of producers up there from around the world that work with a ton of different artists out there. And yeah, man, if you got what it takes, you ready to make some money, some bank, it's the way we giving back, you know what I'm saying? And letting you be able to, you know, show off your craft.
How about this? Can we do something where we cross Writer's Block with Heritage Hip Hop? Because monthly, for months, I've done the Truth Behind Bars Challenge and the Truth Behind Beats Challenge, producers and for on spitters. So how about we cross this thing and then we make something big happen?
Let's do it. I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna have, matter of fact, I got your Instagram, so your handle. So I'm gonna tap in with you, man. We put it together. Let's do it.
I'm all about this culture and giving the people their best. So before we get out of here, I would like to offer you an opportunity to play the rapid fire questions. Would you like to play the rapid fire questions?
Rapid fire. Let me see. Let me check with my staff. Y'all think I should play rapid fire real quick? All right, come on. Let's do it.
The rapid fire questions, ladies and gentlemen, are not yes and no questions. The rapid fire questions are questions that give this man the opportunity to show his depth of knowledge of hip hop, himself, and his skill set. Are you ready?
Hey, man, my memory is effed all the way up, but you know what I'm saying? I'm still ready. Let's go.
All right. Question number 1. What song or album from another artist perfectly describes you?
Whew, perfectly describes me. Unbelievable. Biggie Smalls.
All right. There you go. Question number 2. What is the perfect beat? Meaning if you had this beat first, it would have been your first single.
Ah, shit. Damn, that's tough, cuz. Damn, it's too many of them. Matter of fact, it's 2 of them. I got 2 of them. Future March Madness and Kanye West, the Otis Redding or the Takeover that he did for Jay-Z.
Okay. That's peace. Here's my next question. What's the most important instrument in hip hop?
Most important instrument is your voice.
Why?
Because that's what's gonna make the music too, but the voice to me is because, man, that's what make people go crazy when you know what I'm saying, if your voice can mesh with other instruments, if you learn how to use your voice to mesh with any instrument, bro, you're unstoppable.
And you are a talent at that. Everybody asks people, who's your top 5 and things like that. I don't ask the top 5. I don't really care about people's top 5. But I ask you who's
Dylon, and Dylon. No, I'm joking. Now go ahead.
What I want to ask you is who's your Mount Rushmore of hip hop culture? So it doesn't only have to be an MC. It could be anybody did anything in the culture.
All right, cool.
4 people.
4 people. Jay-Z, Future, Lil Wayne, and Pop.
Okay, that's cool. Next question.
Yeah, it's crazy. So let me break this down, though.
Okay, no doubt.
I'm thinking about people. I really wanted to throw somewhere Dipset in there too, because these dudes are influential, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I got to give Capo his love. You know what I'm saying? He dropped a lot of music now, but you know what I'm saying? All his music ain't that big. But shout out Jim Jones, man. That's my dog. But they were super influential. So just honorable mention to them. But these people I mentioned, man, Jay-Z, man, not only is selling records, bro, but if he said, yo, this watch is the new watch, everybody's gonna go try to get the watch. If he say stop buying that because it's a .0 and it's not a 3.2 or 3. You're gonna stop buying the car, bro. Like, like Lil Wayne, you know what I'm saying? Like him got into the skateboard life and everybody want to be skateboard tatted up, face all the Arab grilled, everybody following him. The kids followed Lil Wayne, man. Future, same way, man. These kids is everything that Future do, whether his voice and how he started singing and all. Man, bro, he went from rapping to like really singing with it. The culture followed Future, man. And Pac, you already know, man. To this day, he's dead and still one of the most influential people in hip hop, man. Everybody went bald head with bandanas at one point, bro. So it's like, though, that's my Mount Rushmore, bro.
I get you. That's a great list and a great reasoning. My favorite thing to do is put my dream artists together and collab. If there's one person you could collab with that you haven't collab with, who would you want to make a song with, dead or alive, no restrictions?
Damn, Biggie Smalls, that's easy.
Okay. Who would do the beat?
Sheesh. Biggie Smalls and Kanye probably would do it.
Okay. So you like soul. You want a soul beat.
Yeah, I make a nice soul beat. It'll be Biggie. Okay. Or I would have got Big L back.
You can do Big L if you want. What's your dream track? It's up to you.
Hey, look. Me and Big L would have just went bar for bar at it. You know what I'm saying? Because Big L is crazy, bro.
Yes, he was. Rest in peace. So I believe Brooklyn represents hip hop better than every other place in the world for one reason. Brooklyn was able to come together to do the Crooklyn Dodgers. They actually did it twice, and Knife Wonder did a third one. If you can make a Crooklyn Dodgers type of track to represent New Jersey, who would be your 3 artists from New Jersey and who produces your track?
That's tough. All right, so producers from Jersey, I would either do I would do K-Mac, you know what I'm saying? Because he relevant right now doing this thing from Soul Diggers. That would be the producer. I'll let do it. K-Mac always has some heat. The artist, I gotta have the 3. So I'll be the 4th and pick 3.
You'll be the 3rd.
Okay, damn. All right, cool, man. Damn, Fetty, I was gonna throw you in there so you could sing the hook. All right, but it would just be me, Tretch, and Redman.
Heavy hitters from the door. I like that. That's who you see as your peers. I salute you. Thank you for not selling yourself short. Because so many people do.
They gonna go in. I know Redman gonna go stupid and Tretch gonna come with all his flows, and you know what I'm saying? So that'll still be crazy to this day. I might try to make that happen, man. I don't know about with Red, but man, hopefully Do It All could make that happen, man, or Kareem. But Tretch, man, you know what I mean? We worked together already before, so that's a possibility.
Let's go with it. I have about 4 more questions and a throwaway question. So let's do the throwaway question near the end. Here's my next question for you. What makes hip-hop artists most influential? Is it the way they rhyme or what they rhyme? And why do you say that?
It's both.
Explain.
It's the way and what. So I can't just say, hey, team, do this, do that, do this, and you'll be good at that. The way is terrible, right? But what I was saying was some motivational stuff, you know what I'm saying? So it's both. You got to be able to say it. And the reason why I say that is because like Lil Baby, he's one of the best out doing it right now. He's got the singing cadence, man, but he's saying some shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's both to me, you know?
Okay. I represent it as both, as what you said. My next question to you is this. And this is a question I think is more fit for you than anybody else. The dream of an MC is not to be remembered for an album; it's to be remembered for an era. How would you define your era?
My era. But I'm gonna be honest with you. So my era where I was like the battle rapper wanting to take everybody head off, and I just was going to tear down every track. You know what I'm saying? I love that era about me. You know what I'm saying? That was that 98 to 2005 ish. You know what I'm saying? But this new era, being able to hear any beat, no matter what it is, who did it, how it is, and being able to create, I feel like something of substance and could potentially be played everywhere. It ain't a lot of people that could do that. A lot of people be like, no, I'll skip. I can do it on any beat. It don't matter what it is. Even if your beat trash, I can still create a hook or a verse for it.
Well, then I challenge you once again. Stan Ipkiss, Headphone Therapy, Stress Rock. Let's get this man some beats. Let's see what he doing to some music. What you
Lock
say?
in. That's what I
Lock
do.
in. Let's go. Here we
Lock
go.
in.
All right.
Hey, look.
I'm
They
sorry.
got they got the you know, put my handle up there. I just told y'all to handle. Lock in, man. Like this shit is too easy now, man.
Uh-oh.
Like
Okay.
I'm back in my Birkin right now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, all right. Hey, the challenge is up there, y'all. Heritage Hip Hop is all about supporting the real and the legacy of hip hop. So let's finish this off. We got 3 questions, 2 main questions, 1 throwaway. I'm gonna hit you with a main question right now.
Yep.
I believe the one thing that we're missing in hip hop today is a proper cipher. What does the cipher mean to you, and why do you think it's important?
It's super important because, you know what I mean? It's like an all-star game. A cipher is what the NBA all-star game means to the NBA. That's what that would mean to the hip-hop culture. So for us not to have Future, Lil Baby, 21, Drake, Lil Wayne, all of them in a cipher, what are we doing? Like we be having they be having the unrecognized people or some people that's coming up. We get it. But because they made it to this level, they still got to have a couple verses in their head and be able to spit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where we came from. That's hip hop. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people kind of skip that era right there. You know what I'm saying? And just become, hit makers and stuff. We get it. We feel and we understand. But the origin of hip hop is the cipher. So we need that back.
That's right. Cyphicology, the study of real skill and technique, not just people who ramen all day. Salute to Rowdy Roz, aka Rowdy Kiiing, for knowing that he's an all-star and he earned his stripes in the cipher.
Facts.
So before we get to the last question, how did you like being on Heritage Hip Hop, and would you recommend us to any other artists?
Yes, sir, man. Recommend y'all to every artist, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Once I see, if y'all get a clip or to me or whatever, you know what I'm saying, of this, I'll repost it on the page, get people out there, you know what I mean, hitting y'all up.
No doubt. I'll send you the link as soon as we're done, because this is live. this is live in effect. So before we get out of here,
right?
Oh yeah, of course.
All right, cool. So I go up on if it's on YouTube, I go and snatch a clip. Yep.
No doubt. And I appreciate that from you. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, Heritage Hip Hop celebrates hip hop culture from New Jersey to around the world, representing and respecting the legends that set the foundation for not only this platform, but the others that are out right now, and setting a foundation for those to come. They stand on our shoulders to reach God's greatness, and it is a pleasure to have you on the show. My last question to you, though, is the most important question for the first interview. So you're always welcome to come back, and it'll always be an honor and a pleasure to get to talk to you and learn from your journey,
Yep.
Always put in a spiritual context. The Bible says when you find a wise man or a teacher, you wear out his doorsteps, and you wear out his doorsteps with a pen and a pad, and you always take notes. So thank you for letting me take notes tonight, and thank you for letting me walk my own journey with the inspiration of your journey. Thank you.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yep. So the last question is this: 500 years from now, in the New Jersey or Hip Hop Hall of Fame, Rowdy Roz, aka the Rowdy Kiiing, will have his name on that wall. But here's the catch: somebody's going to push a red button, and your hologram's going to come out the wall. And not only are going to hear your music, they're going to know your story. So my most important question is, what is the legacy that you leave behind that makes the world better because you did hip hop?
Be bold, be you, be different. That's what I want my legacy to be. Don't be afraid, be you. Forget what all the naysayers say. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you got to stop rapping because you're at this age. Hey, you sound like this. Nah, be you, be bold, and don't be afraid to be different. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want everybody to get from me. You feel me?
So with that message, make sure you go to Bandcamp. Make sure you go to your music streaming store. Make sure when you stream, if you like it or you love it, you buy it. And not only give yourself the opportunity to give him something so he can give you more music that you love, but you help this culture build and be great, not only on its own, but through inspiration of the music and the God that gave us the inspiration to create and express. With that being said, this is Kareb at Heritage Hip Hop telling you subscribe to heritagehiphop.com, donate to Heritage Hip Hop, $ Heritage Hip Hop is the Cash App. And if you're an artist or a producer or someone in this culture that want to have a real interview, not me asking you what's your favorite color, who your top 5, like I didn't do tonight, come on a platform that not only listens to your music, but actually celebrates you, the artist who created the music. We're out of here. Any last words?
I appreciate the platform, man. Artists tap in, producers tap in. I love what y'all doing. I'll be back with Friday night.
And with that being said, peace. And we out.
All right, y'all.